Good morning, early morning, actually. My name is Richard Chapman, and I am the Cybersecurity Program Director for CyberNow Labs. And I like to spend some time from time to time actually getting an opportunity to speak to some of our former alumni who went through CyberNow Labs' program and are now currently working in the field. And I've got somewhat of a rock star here on our team, Richard Royston, who went through CyberNow Labs and is now an SOC Analyst, a Managed Security Operations Center Analyst for Raytheon Technologies. And Richard, how's it going, man? Good morning.
Good morning. It's going good. It's going good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see. I know this is actually the first time that we're kind of doing this face to face now, kind of, right? And it's
kind
still
of.
virtual,
I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little while, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has.
So, full disclosure, I actually used to work for Raytheon Technologies. So Richard and I actually used to work on the same team, and jokingly so, he was the other Richard. So
I still am.
Sorry, I had to throw it in there.
It's all good. It's fair. I've accepted it.
How'd you like being the other Richard?
I've it's just cemented now. I'm fine with it. You were such a rock star there that I'm okay with being second best. I'm good with it.
So. Nah, well, you're the only Richard there now, right? Very cool. Well, I know that I'm pretty sure there's a joke about having two Richards in the same room, but we won't talk about that one. We'll kind of let that one lie. Hey, if you don't mind, I'd love to ask a few questions kind of about like where you came from and what you're doing now. Really just trying to get a feel for, who you are, what you were doing, and kind of where you are now. What were you doing before cybersecurity? Like what was your past?
My past was basically in the line of retail. I basically was just jumping from job to job. The longest job that I had, the most recent, was Best Buy. I worked as a merchandiser. I was stocking shelves, putting up stickers, price changes. So nothing really too meaningful. It was just something to punch in, punch out, get paid. And that was about it. No passion behind it. Just, working to work.
It's a big change, right? I mean, that's a significant difference.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Now you're an SOC analyst now. I mean, what exactly is that? What does that look like for those that are joining us and kind of not sure about what a cybersecurity operations center analyst does, or even what they look like, kind of scenario?
Well, the way that I kind of view it, and it kind of puts it in layman's terms a bit as well to get people. I kind of look at it as I remember actually when I started CNL, somebody said it's the police work of the future. And that actually resonated with me a lot because the kind of work that you do is kind of like looking at a crime scene. A lot of the times, you get to observe the whole field, all of the different aspects of it, and try to basically determine, is it real? Is it a false positive? It's like fake, like a fake dead body, or is it a real dead body? Things like that. Is it related to another crime scene that happened 30 minutes to an hour ago? So if the best way to describe it is it's like police work. It is kind of like police work. You're investigating, but instead of it being in a cop car driving around a neighborhood, it's your customer or your business's network. So,
well, that definitely gives it a lot more context. I mean, when you're thinking about, I know a lot of people just think, oh, you're just playing on computers all day, but that really does give it a lot more context as far as protecting individuals and corporations and information, right?
Absolutely.
Wow, very cool. When you went through CyberNow Labs' program, I know that there was a lot of new that you learned. How do you feel that everything you did at CyberNow Labs enabled you to transition to an analyst position with Raytheon?
I was actually very surprised at how up to date a lot of the information was, because when it comes to education, usually you get a bunch of terminology, you get introduced to a bunch of concepts, theories. And what happens is then when you get into the actual job, if you do get a job in the field, you have to make a bunch of adjustments, usually to what actually is going on. Education doesn't normally keep up like 100% of the time. With CyberNow Labs, they gave you the information, all the terminology like you would expect. But then the hands-on learning that they give you is incredibly up to date, up until even the turnover meetings that you would have between shifts. It feels almost exactly the same. It was incredible how easy the transition was between the program and my actual job. I remember in particular QRadar, Splunk, and FireEye. That was actually very helpful. Like I said, you guys stay up to date with the tools. CyberNow Labs lets you play with those tools as much as you want. So absolutely. Yeah. So it would, those three are the ones that come to mind. I'm sure there's others. I remember at the very end of it, I think CrowdStrike started coming into. I think you guys got CrowdStrike, which again, all of these tools are actual tools that businesses use. They're not just little like test playgrounds. They are actual real tools that businesses use. So perfect opportunity.
You know, I constantly say all the time, if you know a SIM tool, if you know an EDR tool, if you know an email security tool, it's easy to transition to another one because you understand how to use the basic functionalities. You understand how to do the investigations. Does that translate in real life as well too?
Yes, absolutely.
It does. Okay. Same feel. Okay, awesome. Yeah, definitely nice to hear that. You know, I know you're just getting off shift from working overnight. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me this morning. And actually, I think you told me some good news. You're going to be getting off overnights now, which you're going to be with the Land of Living, I believe now from now on. Is that right?
Eventually, yes. Yeah. I've waited patiently. I can wait a little bit more for an opening, but yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm very
cool. Well, I'm definitely glad to hear that. One thing I would ask you is, you know, individuals considering going through CyberNow Labs, what would you tell them?
You found the right place. There's a lot of boot camps, accelerated programs out there that promise you a vocational degree or, you know, a promise of a job in 3 months. A lot of them fall through. CyberNow Labs is not one of those. They are passionate people that care about this industry, no doubt, and actually care about the people who come into the program. It's not just money. It's not just a paycheck for them. They know what works. They build people up with education and through interaction and actual experience that is very difficult to get. They give it all to you and they help you every step of the way. If you are watching this and you have come across CyberNow Labs, you found the place. Invest in yourself, be confident, own it. You can do it. Like I said, I came from Best Buy. I came from retail. I didn't think I could do it. I did it. And you can too. You really can.